We've all been there, right? That powerful, overwhelming wave of anger that just takes over. But what if, instead of fighting it, you could actually work with that energy? Well, today we're going to dive into a really fascinating tantric meditation technique that's designed to do exactly that, transform your toughest emotions from the inside out. So, let's start with a really important question. Do you see anger as an enemy, something you've got to crush or push down? Or could it be something else entirely? Could it be a hidden wellspring of power just waiting for you to tap into it? The ancient practice of Tantra, which is all about using life's energies for growth, has a pretty clear answer on this one. But before we get to the solution, let's talk about the problem. Most of us are stuck in what you could call the anger trap. We're constantly at war with our own emotions, and honestly, it's a battle we're just never gonna win. Think about it. Our usual responses to anger are, well, pretty flawed. On one hand, you've got suppression, just pretending you're not angry, smiling when you're boiling inside. The source material calls this hypocrisy, and it just creates this horrible war inside you. Then there's the other side, uncontrolled expression, lashing out, yelling, creating a mess all around you. Both of these, complete dead ends. And this is where Tantra just flips the whole script. It doesn't tell you to fight or run. It offers a radical welcome. It invites you to see these powerful feelings in a totally new light. It's almost like learning how to treat poison as a potential medicine. I mean, listen to this quote from the source. Feel grateful that you have anger. How wild is that? Why? Because from this perspective, emotions like anger aren't flaws you need to get rid of. They are these huge, hidden sources of pure energy, and they hold the key to your transformation. So, how can anger actually be a source of power? Well, according to Tantra, all of these intense emotions, anger, love, you name it, they all spring from one single neutral energy. The energy itself isn't good or bad. It's our minds that slap a label on it and call it anger or love. The raw energy is exactly the same. It's just the form it takes that's different. Here's a beautiful way to think about it. The same messy, mucky mud that seems totally worthless is what nourishes and gives birth to a beautiful lotus flower. You don't get rid of the mud, it gets transformed. And Tantra says the exact same thing is true for our messy emotions. We don't need to eliminate them, we need to learn how to transform them. So, the big question, how do we actually do this? The core technique is called the art of lying down as dead. Now, this isn't literal, of course. It's a powerful metaphor for a type of meditation that's all about absolute, total stillness. Okay, so here's how it works. First, as you feel that anger rising, you don't fight it. You just feel it, acknowledge the energy. Then, out of nowhere, you stop. Everything. The source actually compares this to Gurdjieff's famous stop exercise, a command to just freeze your body and mind right then and there. In that sudden pause, you become a witness, just watching the energy without judgment. And with nowhere else to go, that energy that was rushing out has no choice but to turn around and flow back inward to its source. The source gives us a really practical key to making this happen. It's all in the breath. When you breathe out completely, making an ah sound, your body becomes empty for just a moment. And in that tiny gap, before you breathe in again, your life force, your vital energy stops flowing outward. For a split second, you're dead to the outside world and totally present to this silent inner awareness. So why is this so powerful? What's the secret behind this sudden stop? Well, it's all about breaking the momentum of the mind. See, the mind thrives on constant movement, constant activity. The source makes this brilliant distinction here. Your mind isn't a thing, it's an activity. Think of it like walking. If you stop walking, the activity of walking is gone, but you still have your legs, right? Well, in this analogy, your consciousness, your core awareness, that's your legs. That's your fundamental nature. The mind is just the activity of walking. When you stop the activity, your true nature is what's left. And the takeaway here is just so powerful. When you practice that radical total stop, the whole process of minding, the chatter, the stories, the anger, it just dissolves in that stillness. And what's left behind? Pure, undisturbed consciousness. So what's the end result of this practice? It's the discovery of what the source calls the undisturbed center. It's about finding that perfectly calm point right in the eye of the storm. This is the real payoff. The energy from that anger isn't wasted or suppressed. It gets reabsorbed back to its source.
The poison literally becomes the medicine, a source of inner stillness. You discover that even when the outer edges of your being, your body, your thoughts, are in total chaos, there's a center deep within you that is always, always calm.
And this all leads to one of the most liberating realizations there is. Your emotions are not you. You are the consciousness that is aware of the emotions. They're just clouds passing through your inner sky. But you are the sky itself, vast, open, and completely untouched. So let's just end with this thought. We spend so much of our lives running from our anger, our pain, our disturbances. But what if those very things, the things we want to get rid of the most, what if they're actually the doorways to our deepest and most profound peace?